Welcome back to DONSLIFE, welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to do two things. First, we're gonna rip apart the oil filter from the most recent oil change on my wife's 2022 Cadillac Escalade Sport Platinum. Yes, the same one that's part of the ongoing recall. And spoiler alert, it isn't great. Second, I'm gonna update you on the long list of documents that recently populated on the NHTSA's website specific to this recall. Let's go. Today's video is brought to you by YESOUL. You know, I love horsepower, but my doctor says I should probably be using my own engine a little more. You know, cardio, maybe daily. I tried running, hated every second of it. Then I found the YESOUL G1M PLUS indoor bike. Delivered to my door and assembled in minutes, no extra tools required. This thing actually makes cardio fun, and I don't need a second mortgage to use it. With YESOUL, you get a Peloton-like experience for less upfront cost and cheaper subscription options. Unlike the other bike that charges a monthly fee just to see someone yell at you, YESOUL lets me mirror my phone and ride with whatever app I want. Apps like Swift, KinoMap, or just a YouTube ride through the Alps, I get flexibility and features without the premium price tag. The G1M Plus has magnetic resistance, a smooth belt drive, and a comfy seat for us seasoned athletes. And setup took me longer to pair my Bluetooth headphones. If you're like me, middle-aged, busy, and allergic to overpriced gear, the YESOUL G1M Plus just makes sense. Gets the job done, looks good doing it, and keeps me riding longer, off the couch and on two wheels. So if you want efficient fitness without breaking the bank, check out the YESOUL G1M Plus. Link in the video description below. And trust me, your heart, your wallet, and probably your spouse will thank you. And now back to the video.
Hello.
I got Mrs. DONSLIFE here, and we have her Escalade strategically placed in the background for a very specific reason. Now, I know many of you have been watching the recall updates, the series that I've had when it comes to her Escalade, which is under the 6.2 liter L87 engine recall, which heads up, you're part of the recall, which you already know.
Yes.
But in this video, we are going to do a little check of the oil filter. All right, so you had a recent oil change.
Yes.
And do you remember the special mission that I sent you on because I couldn't be there?
Yeah, I had to ask for my old oil filter back.
What's in the bag there?
The old oil filter that I got back that I had to ask like 3 times for.
And can I bother you?
Yeah.
Can we have the oil filter? My husband does oil analysis on them. Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Can't be hotter than it is outside. Can you stick that?
Good job. I know you're a little nervous doing it, but it's not uncommon for somebody to ask for that. I just know we've never done it before.
I thought they were going to think I was crazy.
Yeah, well, they did not think you were crazy.
No.
So we got the oil filter. Do you know why I asked you to get it for today?
So you could test for metal pieces or something.
Yeah, we want to look if there's any metal fragments in there, which would indicate that the parts in your engine that are part of the recall are actually the defective parts.
Right.
And little tiny pieces are starting to, you know, break off, chip off, what have you. So we're going to inspect the filter because we are going on a
road trip.
A decent sized road trip. And if this turns out to be okay, then we'll take the Escalade.
Yes, which is much more comfortable.
We'll massage seats, and we're bringing a couple of the kids. So yeah, it makes sense. Otherwise, we'll be taking my AT4 as the backup plan.
Yes.
So what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to film me cutting open that filter, and we'll see if we find good news or bad news.
Yes, because we don't want an engine to explode.
Exactly.
Oh, that is dirty.
It is leaky. We better be careful. That's why I'm wearing gloves. Okay, so this is the AC Delco filter that they took off. Been sitting for a couple days. It's not warm anymore.
Yeah, it was hot when they gave it to me.
Be able to pinch this.
Better not squirt me.
Sure you don't want to try?
Yeah, good. I'm gonna,
goes a piece. Okay, we got it. So we're just gonna open that up and have a look. Like, it's still pretty wet. We can put it in paper towel and squeeze it in a vise and get a lot of the extra oil out. Upon a quick inspection, I'm not seeing any glitter, are you?
No.
Remember, always cut away from yourself. So if you slip, you're not going to cut yourself.
I think I would probably be able to cut myself even if I was cutting away from myself.
There's probably a metal band in here somewhere.
Well, if nothing else, it seems like they're built well.
You can pull the core out. There we go. I just want to break this off. I'm sure glued on me, dude. I might have to cut it. So let's just cut it. One little dot right there. See that?
That little white thing?
Yeah, I don't know
Hard
if
to
it's
pick it up
magnetic.
on
Yeah, that's a mag. See?
Oh,
You see that?
you can't. I don't think you can see it on camera.
It's right there.
Yeah, okay, I see.
But it was magnetic, so there's another one. There's a couple, see?
Yeah, are they magnetic?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They're so tiny. But they're there, they exist. Some is just wet, so it just gives you a shimmer.
Yeah, it's hard to see on camera, I'm sure.
But yeah, I'm seeing they're nothing crazy, but
So that's stuff that would be in there anyway if it wasn't part of the recall?
perhaps. That's the best answer I can give you. This side's all clean.
When you said metal shavings, I expected to see like...
Iron filings?
Yeah.
Well, that would be really bad.
It's really hard.
Right in this pleat, right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's kind of big.
And I'm sure it's metal. There's a magnet. Yep, now it's on here.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I think we'll roll the dice, and, you know, we're only, 5-6 hours from home. So if something catastrophic happens, well, we can probably still get home with a rental or something like that. So we'll continue on, and we'll resume this video after the road trip, unless something happens in between. Well, the almost 1,000-mile road trip went off without a hitch, at least when it comes to vehicle reliability. On the first day, we had one aggressive check stop. I was able to buy a new floor jack at Harbor Freight, but now I have to clean off all the bugs. A lot of bugs. That's enough about the glitter that we found in that oil filter. Now we're moving on to the flood of recent documents that landed on the NHTSA's website. There are 33 new ones above the 19 that we had the last time that we checked in. I'm gonna highlight some of the important ones, or at least interesting ones. I will leave a link in the video description below for this specific recall to the 2022 Cadillac Escalade, but because this covers a wide variety of vehicles, if you're affected by the recall, then we should all be seeing the same thing, but I do recommend that you check your VIN to see what specifically applies to you. Now, each of these documents ends with a 4-digit number. I'm going to be referring to this 4-digit number when I'm talking about these documents that I find important or at least interesting. I'm just going to read from my notes here so I don't miss any of the details. So here's what I found. There are at least 6 notices to dealers, mainly pointing them to a revision for one of the updated TSBs, or technical service bulletins. The 2 most interesting ones that I found are the following. 8819, notice to dealers to order at least one 55-gallon drum for this recall. The US and Canada have different part numbers. So now we know they're getting directed to order large volumes of the replacement oil. The next one is 9355, also notice to dealers. This one's about loaner vehicles and third-party rentals with very specific reimbursement rates. If you're wondering about what a rental would look like, this document should give you some insight. Next, I'll share some insight into the documents that are labeled remedy instructions and TSB updates. Now, there is a lot of these documents and they happen to have different revision numbers. We're all the way to revision 6 now, but sometimes you'll see multiple documents labeled the same revision number, a bunch number 4, for example, but they'll have tiny changes that really aren't anything worth reporting. Could be a date change, part number change, that type of thing. So I'm just going to share with you the interesting ones. Document 6140 are some revisions to steps 24 through 30 for the picoscope test. It looks like this one is for service technicians to avoid reporting errors when using the software. I'm dropping the next one here only to show you how a notice to dealer ties in with a remedy instruction and TSB update. So 8819 is in reference to the 55-gallon drum part numbers being added to the recall document. Again, there's different part numbers for the US and Canada. Number 8873 adds the example of what a customer letter looks like. I think this is important because we know we have some dealership experiences out there where you go and talk to the service advisor or someone in the dealership and they really don't know what you're talking about because they don't know what these letters look like. Well, now it's included as part of the remedy instructions and not a separate document they need to go look up on their own or have you provide them. And this does start to show up in many of the other updates. I'm just reporting on one of them. And 3717, which is actually revision 6, where some of the others could have been revision 5, revision 4, and so on. This one has updates to the warranty table and service procedure, which includes some global instructions for updating owner's manuals in Japanese and Arabic. And I took a little Japanese in school, so I know what Japanese looks like when I see it. And as for the Arabic, I think that's what that is, but forgive me if I'm wrong. Man, this is a lot to keep up with. If you think I'm doing a good job, help me out and hit that like button. Okay, we're in the final stretch. Lastly, there are 6 more documents referring to letters mailed to customers. They vary due to the situations that they're applied to. For example, document 5205 is the interim owner notification letter, status as mailed. This is a letter that most of us would have received by now, acknowledging the recall in writing, asking us to wait for a second letter for instructions. The next 4 are all very similar. I don't know what the differences are between these letters, but they all say kind of the same thing. 0904, 8333, 1946, and 5865 say remedy owner notification letter. It advises to schedule your test appointment and it mentions a 10-year, 150,000 mile warranty and even has a customer reimbursement form for past repairs. And I know you're going to find this one unique and this one important for those of you that have had your engine already replaced. This document is 0829, remedy owner notification letter, mailed status again. No action required, previously replaced engine, and it tells you that there is a 10-year, 150,000 mile warranty. So that's the update. Remember, many of us are in various stages of this recall process. I'm just sharing with you what I find because I'm looking at this information anyway. Both Mrs. DONSLIFE and I, and you guys gave her that nickname. I actually called her by a different name, but Mrs. DONSLIFE seems to have stuck. We would both love if you'd hit that like button. Check out some of our other content. There is some entertainment value there.
I was not born to be a mechanic. That is terrifying under there.
But you look good doing it. Please consider subscribing, and we'll talk to you next time.